What's up guys, it's MTG Matt for you, back with another Adventures in the Forgotten Realms video. Today we're going to be looking at a list I built, which is an Azorius Midrange deck, and this has performed phenomenally for me. So let's put this deck up here so you can all see it. And this Azorius Midrange list is really, how can I put it, it's just a mix of good stuff that works. And the idea to this list came me when I just wanted to try these new blue and white cool new cards that we got from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms in the form of Grandmaster of Flowers, Iymrith Desert Doom, and Mordenkainen, right? So we got two Planeswalkers for Azorius, and notably a Legendary Dragon, which is really cool. And so I wanted to try those cards, and I first tried it in a control shell, but in a control shell, especially as Planeswalkers, didn't really work well. I think it's less because of... It was less because of the deck itself than it was because of the meta, because when you go into the ladder, I feel like the ladder is very much about, you know, having low to the ground creatures and spells, like so having creatures and spells that are low mana value, which have a relatively high impact. And the gameplay seems to be centered very much around like tempo, like every turn putting something onto the battlefield pressures your opponent, right? And in this meta, I didn't feel like a strictly Azorius control list could succeed. So instead, I tried something different with a more mid-range approach, and this deck really worked well. I used it yesterday to climb from Platinum to Diamond, and I'm fairly certain that I can climb to Mythic with this. So let's take a look at it. Where do we start? This deck is a mid-range deck, so you know, in the early game we just remove some threats, but then really by turn 3 we put down stuff that really hurts our opponents. So how do we start? First off, in the one-drop slot we got Portable Hole, which is really almost the MVP of this deck. It's a new card from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. For just 1 white mana, it's an artifact that says, when it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls with mana value 2 or less until Portable Hole leaves the battlefield. This card is absolutely amazing, for the reason being that white, or let's say Azorius control, was really missing a 1 mana answer to your opponent's 1 mana threats, right? And first off, it makes a really huge difference. For example, let's say you play against rogues and they go first. If on turn 1 they play a Ruin Crab, it makes a huge difference that on your turn 1 you can simply answer the Ruin Crab. Likewise, if you play against Mono Red, again, you're going second, your opponent plays something like a Fervent Champion. Just being able to answer the Fervent Champion immediately with a Mon-Mail spell makes a huge difference. And also another reason why this is so great is usually the spell I used for answering early game threats was the Glass Casket, right? From Throne of Eldraine, 2 mana artifact that exiles a creature with mana value 3 or less until it leaves the battlefield, which is also a great card. But the reason why Portable Hole is so great is that at 1 mana, the breakpoints become way better. And what I mean by this is that Portable Hole being at 1 mana means that, for example, on turn 3, you can play a 2-drop and a Portable Hole. Or on turn 4, you can play a 3-drop and a Portable Hole. And it just makes it so that you use your mana more efficiently and you can really answer threats efficiently. So Portable Hole, great card, recommended in a lot of white decks. It's really a 5-star card. Then in the 2-drop slot we got Drannith Magistrate. For me personally, this card is going to rotate out soon, right? When we have rotation in September. And in all the time wars and standard, for me this is personally maybe the most underrated card of all, because Ikoria has come out after Throne of Eldraine, so when Drannith Magistrate was introduced to Standard, there were already adventures in Standard. So Drannith Magistrate always had its place in that regard, because creatures that have gone on to adventure can't be cast when Drannith Magistrate is out. But then over time, Standard got filled with more stuff that this guy answers, right? If your opponent foretells spells, he can cast this. If I think if your opponent casts an Immersion Ultimatum, this spells he exiles, he can cast those. What else? If your opponent wants to cast spells from Graveyard with Escape, he can cast those. So Drannith Magistrate just hits a lot of stuff, but not only that, it's a 2-mana 1/3, which means it doesn't die to Bonecrusher Stomp. And also, at 3 toughness and 1 power, it can block something like a Fervent Champion, kill it, and still live. So Drannith Magistrate is great, and especially great because it goes into Elite Spellbinder, the goodie card we know from Strixhaven, and this is just such a nice synergy. You can play Drannith Magistrate on 2, turn 3 you play a Spellbinder, exile the most threatening card your opponent has in hand, and he, as long as Drannith Magistrate is on the battlefield, he will never be able to play it because it's in exile. So this right here is a great synergy. Then also the 2-drop slot, there we go. We have Professor of Symbology, 2-mana 2/1 that just lets you learn. I think learn is just such a great support mechanic in general that in a deck like this, you just put these in a 2-drop slot, right? And you have access to a lot of neat cards. Most notably, get 2 Environmental Sciences to really make sure that we hit all land drop. Also, it gains us 2 life, which is great against aggro. And then we just have some situational answers. We have, for example, Teachings of the Archaics that lets us refill our hand. We got 2 reduced to memory to answer any non-land permanent. 1 Mascot Exhibition to have a big banger when the game goes late. And 1 Academic Probation, which I think I'm actually going to replace this. I've never used it, so probably just another Teachings of the Archaics is better. I would say just more card draw. Yeah, this seems better. So this is our lesson sideboard. Yeah, Professor of Symbology, just great value card, right? Then the 3-drop slot, we got Spellbind, and we already talked about this guy. 4 Skyclave Aberration, not really much to say about it, it's just an amazing removal, right? We got 4 Brazen Borrowers, which is also more or less in 2-drop slot because of its Pity Theft ability. It's just great, a great way to interrupt your opponent's play, right? To reduce their tempo. And then on the backside, we have a 3/1 flyer that can also just swing in and really hurt your opponent and threaten him. Also, there's just this neat interaction between Skyclave Aberration and Brazen Borrower. Skyclave Aberration leaves behind an illusion when it dies. Brazen Borrower can just bounce it and eliminate it. Same goes, by the way, with Portable Hole. Portable Hole can get rid of all the Skyclave Aberration tokens. Then we got 2 copies of Nico Aris. Nico Aris is just an amazing flexible Planeswalker because in the late game, he's an amazing top deck because he can provide it with all these shards that let us draw into more cards. But even in the early game, you can play this for 3 mana with 0 shards generated. And if your opponent has attacked into you the turn before with like a Fervent Champion or Robber of the Rich, you can use his second, like his first -1 to just heal 2 damage to them and, you know, just eliminate small creatures. And then he just sits on the battlefield, generates you card advantage in the form of Shartongs. Or you can occasionally use this +1 to maybe bounce the Professor of Symbology to learn again, bounce the Skyclave Aberration, bounce the Spellbinder, bounce the Brazen Borrower to use Pity Theft again. So a lot of applications, and again, just a nice 3-drop here. Alright, we're back here. Now we go to the 4-drop slot, in which we got 2 Grandmaster of Flowers, right? This new white Planeswalker from Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Comes in with 3 loyalty and has, as long as Grandmaster of Flowers has 7 or more loyalty counters on him, he's a 7/7 Dragon God creature with flying and indestructible. So this guy, he can grow his loyalty over time, and then when he reaches 7, he becomes this huge threat in the air that is indestructible and can only be dealt with by exiling it. So that's pretty nice, and most notably, he stays a creature, but while he's a creature, he can't lose loyalty, but he can still use his loyalty abilities, so you still have access to those loyalty abilities. And he got 2 +1s with +1 target creature without first strike, double strike, or vigilance can't attack or block until your next turn. Really nice to pin down a huge threat from your opponent. Or the other +1 is search your library and or graveyard for a card named Monk of the Old Man, reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library, display shuffle. So Monk of the Old Man is just a 1-drop. It's a 1/1. It says whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a 1/1 counter on Monk of the Old Man. I've got 2 copies of this in here. Simply for the reason that if one of them gets exiled, we still have a backup one, right? Because as long as there is one in our library or in our graveyard, we can always get the Monk. And the Monk, while it's not that impressive, we can offhand us in situations where we have a lot of cards in our hand. Our opponent has almost no cards in hand. And then this guy can grow into a 2/2, a 3/3, and can just help you close out the game. But what's also a neat interaction is that this guy gets into your hand, right? Which means that we have the Teferi Master of Time here, also in the 4-drop slot. And sometimes you have 0 cards in hand, which means that the +1 of the Teferi will just draw your card and immediately discard it. But if you have Grandmaster of Flowers, you can put the Monk into your hand and use it as a discard tool for Teferi to have a better filtering, right? And yeah, speaking of Teferi, it's also in the 4-drop slot because it's just another way to just filter through your deck, find the answers that you need. And it can also interact with the battlefield by phasing out creatures your opponent controls. And then, you know, if this doesn't get answered, you eventually take 2 extra turns. But this is just very interactive and just goes through your deck. And yeah, it's just very flexible and has a big impact on the battlefield. And now we come to the big boys. 2 copies of Iymrith, Desert Doom. I really love this card. So it's this 5-mana 5/5 dragon in blue. Has Ward 4 as long as it's untapped. So as long as you can get it on the battlefield by turn 5, for example. It's rarely the case that your opponent can afford to answer this. And then when he deals counter play, you draw a card. And then basically you always draw a card, but you always draw cards up to 3 cards in your hand, right? So let's say you have 0 cards in hand and Iymrith hits, this draws you 3 cards, which is amazing. Also, just a 5/5 flyer in the air, a big threat, and this guy also really helps to just, you know, keep generating the card advantage, keep giving us this value, because this deck is about being annoying to your opponent with all these interactive creatures. But we actually played our hand fairly fast, so we need ways to refuel our hand. That's why I got the Professor of Symbology, you know, to draw more cards. Nico Aris, Teferi can help us filter, but Iymrith also really helps getting more cards in hand. And finally, speaking of cards in hand, we got Mordenkainen, 6-mana Planeswalker blue, also 2 copies. Has a +2 with for draw 2 cards and put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. This is absolutely amazing because sure, you just net 1 card, but essentially, imagine you have a land in hand and you already got like 6-7 mana. You don't need more mana. In this deck, at least, you don't need more. So you just draw 2 cards, and as long as those 2 cards are spells, you just put your land back and you effectively drawn 2 cards, right? Which is really nice. But remember, we want to be a mid-range deck that really threatens our opponent, and his -2 creates a dog whose power and toughness is equal to twice the number of cards in your hand. And as long as you have like at least 3 cards in hand, this makes 6/6 dogs, which is really big, really huge. Yeah, and just really threatens your opponent. And that's the whole deck here. It's a lot of fun to play. Considering the mana base is nothing fancy. We got 4 failed passages, 2 times of alignments, the gateways, and then the basic lands. I don't have any utility lands in here because we really want to have untapped lands to keep, you know, the momentum going we have with this deck. And what I just love about this deck is that it's not your usual Azorius control list. It's a really nice mid-rangey list that has something to do every turn, and you feel with this deck you really feel like you're in the driver's seat. You know, you threaten your opponent while finding answers to his threats, and just a lot of fun to play. And as I said, I'm trying to reach Mythic with this because I think I can. So hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I see you guys soon. Okay. Yeah, this is a decent starting out, so let's put back a Plains. Can get more land with Professor if we need it. Nicoara is also a nice early play. So already got 4 lands here. I'm still gonna take these sciences. Right, sure. I think I'm just gonna play Nicoaris here for 0. Make a shard token.
Destiny won't determine my The
kind of annoying thing about Nicoaris is that it has an enter the battlefield effect, which means that usually when you play a Planeswalker you have priority, right? But when the enter the battlefield effect goes on a stack, you lose priority, so opponent can just answer your Planeswalker. Could go Sciences and Shard to stay mana efficient, but I don't think it's needed here. Let's just take a look at our opponent's hand. He's got Necromantia. Could he hurt me with Necromantia? Not necessarily, actually. I think we're getting rid of the extinction event here. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Oh, this is nice.
Do enough to thwart.
Getting a monk here. Play the monk.
Come be a hero.
Yeah. So Hive of the Eye Tyrant, 4 mana, 3/3 Black Beholder with Manus. Oh. Okay, Manus is annoying.
I thought you'd behave better.
Let's just get another monk here, and then we have 2 blockers.
Evil never rests, so neither will we.
So let's get our planes. And actually not attacking here. I want these to have these 2 blockers for the Hive. Another environment sciences. Or maybe one thing this deck is missing is a Field of Ruins to answer those combos, right? To answer a combo with Book of Exalted Deeds. Okay, we don't need another Portion of Hole. Well, this is bad.
Rise to evil's challenges.
The thing is, I actually can attack, because if I double block with a monk and a magistrate, the magistrate dies, and I don't want him to die. So we basically should try to be patient here. Can just get this back. I mean, our opponent is out of cards here, so that's good. Sure, be my guest, I don't care. Take my Spellbinders. Okay, now our opponent is out of cards. He only has this Hive as a threat. And he can't cast Extinction Event because of Drainage Magistrate. So now we just get our Monk back.
My acolytes are paragons of justice.
I can actually attack with the Magistrate, right? Okay. Ha! Look at that, let's go.
I am proud of all my followers.
That's pretty funny. So as long as there's a Magistrate on the board, he can play this Extinction Event. That's why Magistrate is so good. It's incredible. Man, where is all my stuff? Just chipping away for 1 damage here. Next turn.
Look how talented my disciples are.
Next turn, Grant is gonna become a 7/7. So that's gonna help in pressuring a lot. Oh. Oh, that's bad. That is bad, because now if I sack the Monk, I can't protect Grant, but I guess it's fine. Okay. Our Grandmaster takes a hit here. Oh! He didn't attack it. Okay. Okay, even better. I thought he was gonna attack with the Hive. Mascot Exhibition. Okay, Brazen Borer is useful. Let's get our Monk back.
The upper hand. Come, walk with me.
Okay, now we can actually do some work here. Look at Grand, man. So we just bounce the 4/4. Look, these monks actually become a decent threat, right? So we got portable hole here to get rid of the flyer. Then we disable you
Stay your hand.
and just stack. Oh, this stack is so satisfying. And Draenei Magistrate, man. MVP, as always. Alright. This seems good. Against the Orion. Let's get our island here so we can play Nico Aris. Right. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna take a hit here and make sure we hit all land drops. And it's more important than no worrying about damage here. Awesome. Nice, we got our land, that's great. So we should hold open Sigrid here. Ah. That side is kind of annoying. That's also annoying. Oops. Now the cool thing is we can try to exile the 4/4. Oh no, wait. He doesn't have mana anymore for Elside, so that's cool. So exile you. Spellbind doesn't do anything here. Ah man, if we had drawn into a land, could have just shot that aspirant actually. I think we just get our Spellbinder out as an additional body. So if I double block, he sacks the Savior. If I block the Spine, he can do the same thing. Wait, but if he sacks the Savior, then we can shoot the L side. Yeah, with Nico Aris. Okay. Skyclave Apparition, nope. Oh!
Growing.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What the hell? What was I thinking? I need 6 mana to... Ah, damn. No way, it still works if I use Professor correctly, not like last time. Your hand. Okay. Okay, nice. Oh man. Almost messed it up. Almost.
learned a lot.
I think that was wrong in a way. Could have exiled Sigrid instead. Right. I'm gonna block this. I don't know what's going on, man. Okay, Sigurd is not it. Maybe let's get rid of the Haven. It's a one for one trade here at least. Oh, it's a god! Oh! Faceless Haven is a god! Oh my god! That's incredible. Okay.
Strive for goodness and dispense justice to the wicked.
You can't attack anymore. Oh! Okay, that was pretty sick.
Evil within yourself.
This is actually huge because... yeah, he can get something back and then he can sack this so that he can put the counters on his Spirant. But then we just make so that this can attack. Oh wow, this interaction with Faceless Haven is sick. It's a god, right? This is so sick. Portable hole is great. I could actually get rid of the Azorius. Right? Yeah, but it's legendary, so... I mean, I make it so that this can't attack, right? So, let's target the Aspirant still. You can't attack.
We need not fight here.
Okay, this is a tough battle right here. Need a good top deck. Like, best top deck would probably be, well, Mordenkainen and Iymrith. Iymrith could start, you know, drawing us a bunch of cards. Man, what a game. Oh! Okay, portable hole here is sick. Yeah, I'm getting rid of this Azorius, man.
Take a moment to consider your actions.
Oh god, man. Okay, you can attack, and now we have a
Walk the
big ass
path of
flyer
goodness.
right on time.
No peace, my enemy.
Problem with Grand is that he can get exiled with Skyclave Apparition. Oh, we're dead. I just realized that. Yeah, we're dead. I mean, if he's smart, we're dead, but he can just make his Theoria and have protection from white or his Heliod, and then we can block him. As simple as that. Yeah. It's not that hard actually. Okay, thankfully he doesn't realize this. Actually, I think I have to make it so that Orion can't attack, so
Stay your hand. Let's
that he can't sack Alcide and give it protection. Because he can just block the Alcide with our indestructible Grand. Okay, that is actually useful. That is actually useful. Because now we can bounce the L side. Because now makes so that this can attack.
try to find the good in your heart.
Oh man, what a game. So what we need here is another portable whore, or just, you know, Iymrith off the top, Mordenkainen off the top, Nico Aris would work, Teferi would work, Professor Symbology would work, so we have a lot of good draws, we just need to get there. That's all we gotta do. I mean, our opponent already should have had lethal, right? But he didn't realize it, so gonna bounce the L side here. all the counters are gone. Now I can flash in the borrower. Okay, can't play this because of Magistrate. So what, is this a Starnham Unleashed or what is it? How? How are we just drawing lands here? That's incredible. Okay, you can't attack. Now question is, should I swing here? With Grant. Probably not, but I can swing with the Brazen Borrower actually. That's a safe swing, because this can't block anyway. Okay, 48 life, we're getting there. Actually, we're still dead. We're still dead because a pawn can turn his Face of Save into a creature, then sack his L-side to get protection from white. Although I don't know how protection from white works with Sivir having protection from god creatures, so does that like nullify each other? I don't know. This is also a god, funnily. Oh! Yes! Oh, best top deck right here. Give me those cards.
I'll learn much from your failure here today. The entire multiverse is mine.
Portable hole is great. ED is great. Let's get rid of this L side.
No peace, my enemy.
Damn. Best top deck. Are we getting into this game? Are we getting back into this game?
Together we are a crop. We grow or wither as one.
Oh. It's getting 3 1/1s. Actually never seen the -2 of Basri Cat, I think. Okay. Give protection from god creatures, let's kill this Haven, and just block here. And then I guess we take 2 damage.
I'll swat you, pest.
Look at all of our portable holes here.
The entire multiverse.
Yes,
is
that's
mine.
nice. Okay, we don't need another Mordenkainen here. Okay, so we want to get rid of this Heliod. How much mana do we have? Okay, wait. First things first, we're gonna make it so you can attack, and then we can just get rid of Basri Cat with our Brazen Borrower. Can't block anyway. And then we want to... Okay, we have enough mana for everything here actually, so... I think I'm getting rid of the Heliod. And then we also play Aris for 0.
Destiny won't determine my future.
Wait, we drew cards, right? Alright, we can just kill this Aspirant. And now we still have a Cigarette in play,
Looks like.
which you probably don't need. Well, you can block with this Cigarette and then flash in the other one. Okay! Well, that doesn't help him because we've got Draenei Magistrate. Wow, what a game here, man. We're down to 2 life.
Your tiny mind couldn't possibly grasp my reason.
Would I want to bounce something here? I guess I can bounce the Brazen Borrower to get rid of one of these tokens. That's not bad. But we can also just keep drawing cards, which I like better.
Prepare for the next throw.
What is this game, man? Okay, let's play out the Magistrate, just have more blockers. I'm keeping these cards for possibly making a big dog.
I shall not let you harm others.
Yeah, we just keep drawing cards here.
Leave me be. I'm reading.
Leave me be. I'm going to plus this separation here.
Went well together.
Take a moment to consider your actions.
Exile the Lurus. And we can bounce this illusion. Nothing else to exile here. So wait, I gotta play this. Okay. What's the ultimate? Exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. You get an emblem if you have no maximum hand size. But then we have only 5 cards left in hand, which, or like in the library. Bounce you. I think we're getting there. I think we're doing it.
Maintaining balance requires insight.
Okay, the fairy is nice.
I do love a good puzzle.
I'm just getting a mascot exhibition here. Do you want to make something untargetable? So you still can't attack.
Consider the evil within yourself.
I'm just making a shard token.
Restocked and ready to go.
Also start attacking with Grand, I guess. This is 3, we got 1, 2, 3. No, it's too risky for me. I mean, we can basically die to anything here. If we let it happen, but we won't. Okay, now Skyclave the Hellblade here.
Time to improvise.
Oh, could have drawn a card. Oh well. Yeah, let's just try to kill him now. Look at our board. So Bahamut, or what's his face? 15 loyalty here. I'm starting to make dogs now.
Ah, my faithful.
Think fast.
I think I don't want another cigarette. Look at our tiny creatures. Okay. Sure.
I do love a good puzzle.
Yeah, we don't need another fairy. Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, you can't attack or block.
Try to find the good in your heart.
Make another dog here.
I would.
Actually, those dogs are gonna be really small. That's fine. Okay, don't need another Grand. Just make another shark token. And then attack, 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 attack. Wow. Oh, what a crazy game, man. What a crazy game. Okay, he's below 20. Okay. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Think fast.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god, what a victory. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content and want to see more fresh decks and standard meta decks, please consider subscribing, I would really appreciate it, and I see you guys soon.